Ouch! Ha! 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 Hello, ugly. No sweat. Okay. Ha! Insane! One wrong move and I'm toast. Bizarro green slime. Hello, ugly. What swims in this? Ha! Ha! Here we go. Woohoo! Ha! Ha! This looks fun. Hey! Ha! 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 I made it. Careful. Insane! Ha! 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 All right, Buster. Ha! This ouch! Ha! Hey! Ha! 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 Hey! My favorite alien. Ha! 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 One wrong move and I'm toast. Ha! 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 Careful.
These are bad.
No sweat. My favorite alien. Ha! 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 Oh, great! Insane! Ha! 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 Insane! Ha! Get me out of here! Ha! Whew. Careful! Ha! Ouch! Ha! Should have packed a lunch. Ha! Ha! Going up. Ha! Steady now. Ha! The edge of the earth. Ha! 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 Ouch! Here we go. Okay. Ouch! Ha! 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 I don't know about this. No sweat. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? What's up here? Ha! This must be the place. I hardly recognize this place. Ha! Ha! Some winter wonderland. Anyone for ice fishing? My favorite alien. Whoa! Ha! Next time, pick on somebody your own size. Ha! From the Ice Age to global warming. Ha! 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 Get out of town. Hey! Ha! Ha! This is some tree. Ha! Ha!
Al-Mahalul, Papawa, Kat Mr. Bread.
Whew, I made it. Hey! No sweat. Where's the fuse box for this thing? Subway? I usually take the bus. I could get lightheaded. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Get out of town! Whoa! Ugh!
Defeat Gamblash, Gamblash.
Woohoo! Ow! down. Whee! Woohoo! Concentrate. Time to teach him a lesson. Oh, brother. This doesn't look good.
Vierte caverna.
Piece of cake. Skull. No sweat. There's the crystal.
I can tell.